When you think of a millionaire, you probably don't picture someone with a common job, like a waiter, a security guard, or a janitor. But just because someone doesn't have a flashy or high-paying career doesn't mean they can't build real wealth. Take, for example, a CNBC article that highlights 3 janitors who went on to become self-made millionaires. And the most fascinating story among them? That of Ronald Redd. Ronald spent most of his life working as a gas station attendant and a janitor. Jobs that didn't pay very much. According to ZipRecruiter's 2025 data, the national average salary for a janitor is around $15.89 per hour, which equates to about $32,000 a year. So how did someone like Ronald, who earned below both the median and average US income, manage to become a millionaire? Well, that's not even the most surprising part of his story. The real shock came in 2014 when Ronald passed away. That's when his friends and family discovered that his investment portfolio was worth nearly $8 million. No one had any idea he was wealthy. He lived humbly, drove an old car, and wore secondhand clothes. The fact that he quietly amassed that kind of fortune is absolutely remarkable. So, how did he do it? In today's video, I'm going to break down the 4 key pillars you need to understand if you want to become a millionaire, even on a low salary. If you can implement all 4 of these into your life, I genuinely believe you'll be on your way to hitting that 7-figure mark. Pillar 1, frugality. Give every dollar a job. When your income is limited, being frugal isn't optional, it's essential. But I like to think of frugality not as being cheap, but as making sure every dollar has a purpose. Dictionary defines frugal as being careful about spending money or using things when you don't need to. In other words, you want to squeeze the most value out of every dollar, euro, pound, whatever currency you use, especially in the early stages of building wealth. A small example from my own life, I use the McDonald's app to get deals. One of my favorites is a 99-cent iced coffee, which normally costs around $2.55. That's a savings of $1.55. Nothing crazy, but it reflects a larger financial mindset. I'm always looking for value, and that attitude affects every part of my financial life. It's not about deprivation, it's about discipline. You don't have to be frugal forever, but in the beginning, it's absolutely critical. And here's something important. Wealth isn't just about what you earn, it's about what you keep. I know someone who makes over $700,000 a year, yet only saves about $20,000 annually. He's got a big mortgage, 3 financed cars, and lives way beyond his means. On the flip side, someone making $50,000 can save the same amount with discipline. The key is your effective savings rate, not your salary. Frugality is the foundation that gives you money to invest. And that brings us to pillar 2. Invest aggressively now. When I say invest aggressively, I don't mean chasing risky stocks or high-risk crypto plays. I mean consistently and intentionally investing as much as you can, as early as possible. Let's say you invest $3,000 per year, roughly 10% of the average janitor's salary, and earn an 8% return by investing in something like the S&P 500. Here's what happens over time. Start at age 18, 1.358 million. By 65. Start at age 25, 777,169. Start at age 35, $339,849. Start at age 45, $137,000. Start at age 55, just $43,000. See how dramatic the difference is just by delaying 10 years? And Ronald Reed didn't stop at 65. He lived to be 92. That's an extra 27 years of compounding, what Albert Einstein supposedly called the 8th wonder of the world. That's where a massive portion of his wealth likely came from. Even small increases in your annual contributions, say $5,000, $7,000 or more, can skyrocket your future net worth. And if you raise your income over time, raises, bonuses, side hustles, your investment power will grow too. Many people don't invest because they don't believe it'll work or don't understand it. But investing is math. It works. The earlier and longer you stay in the game, the more wealth you'll build. Pillar 3, leverage time and compounding. Let's go back to that $5,000 per year example. After 30 years at an 8% return, your balance would be $731,656. But invest just 4 more years, your balance jumps to over $1,038,000. Those last few years made all the difference. That's the power of time and compounding. If Ronald Reed had invested for 65 plus years and kept reinvesting dividends the entire time, of course he reached $8 million. That's the same way Warren Buffett became one of the richest people alive. Did you know Buffett made over 99% of his wealth after age 60? Why? Because he's been investing since he was 10, and he's now 95. That's 85 years of compounding. At 60, he was worth about $3 billion. Now, over $160 billion. His secret isn't just skill, it's consistency and longevity. Pillar 4, build multiple income streams. Want to become a millionaire faster? Then you need to diversify your income. Author Tom Corley found that 65% of millionaires have 3 income streams, 45% have 4 streams, 29% have 5 or more. Here are the 5 most common income sources you can aim to build. Earned income, your primary job. Investment income, dividends and capital gains from stocks or index funds. Interest income, from high-yield savings accounts or bonds. Rental income, property, spare rooms, or even renting a car. Side hustles that out in businesses, freelancing, online businesses, etc. Ronald Read had 95 stocks in his portfolio, many of them paying dividends. He reinvested every dividend he received, letting his money buy more shares automatically. That strategy, known as DRIP, Dividend Reinvestment Plan, helps supercharge your returns. No commissions, fractional shares, and automatic growth. Even a simple high-yield savings account today can earn 4% on your idle cash, way better than a traditional bank's 0.01%. Final thoughts. So, can you become a millionaire on a low salary? Absolutely. Will it be easy? Will it take discipline? Yes, but with the right mindset and strategy, it's entirely possible. So, what do you think? Drop a comment below if you're currently building wealth on a low income, or if you've started implementing any of these 4 pillars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.